Thanks to everyone who have subscribed. If you have not, please do. And thanks for coming out here. I really appreciate you. Abba Kyari sold Buhari's candidacy to me, Oshiomhole. The chairman of the All-Ruling Progressive Congress APC, Adams Oshiomhole, has described the late chief of staff told the president, Abba Kyari, as a true patriotic Nigerian and said he was the first to sell President Muhammadu Buhari's candidacy to him. I recall he was the one that first approached me in 2002 as the national president for Nigerian Labour Congress to sell Buhari's candidacy to the Labour movement. He investigated about me and invested his personal resources, energy, and wide contact in the business world in the project, Mr. Oshiomhole said. Abba Kyari went all out for a long time before we came in contact in 2002, campaigning for Buhari and paving the way. You may not know about this. Mr. Kyari had on March 23rd tested positive to the deadly coronavirus and died on Friday while on treatment at a medical facility in Lagos. In a statement on Monday, Mr. Adams Oshiomhole joined leaders and Nigerians in paying tributes to the late Mr. Kyari, recalling that interactions with the late presidential aide, Mr. Oshiomhole, who has not spoken to the media since the federal government issued the lockdown directly, said his relationship with President Muhammadu Buhari, right-hand man, did not just start with APC emergence as the ruling party, but earlier during his time as a Labour leader. Way back in 1973, we had found ourselves in opposing seats of the island at Zamfara, Texas, in Kaduna. I was the leader of the Workers' Union while he represented the management as admin officer. But in many brushes the union had with the management, Abba Kyari showed a true character as a conscious man, a true Nigerian patriotic, by never failing to side with workers on the core issues of human dignity and fairness. Following our protests, he was the lone voice at the management meeting who spoke against the opposition of the two classes of candidates by the company. He was not afraid to state that having a uniform canteen for both management staff and junior workers was the only way to convince the junior workers that their meal was not inferior to them, the management staff. Similarly, even though he was supposed to be on the side of the opposition, Abba Kyari presided and stayed with management to incur extra costs for issuing all factory workers 2 pairs of personal protective uniform and safety boots. It was amazing. The amazing thing was that in pursuing our cases with management, every time, Abba Kyari never sought to be seen or worshipped as a hero. For him, advocating for junior staff justice was not a favor, but a duty. Mr. Adams Oshiomhole said, Abba Kyari was not only loyal to President Muhammadu Buhari, he was also faithful to friends through thick and thin. His sense of humor was phenomenal. I recall that whenever we meet and I complained that the stress of running the office of the national chairman was such and I had little time to socialize with old friends like him, he would tease me by saying, if a young man like you is complaining of stress as ordinary national chairman of a party, I wonder what people like us should be saying, or someone like the president who is running the entire country at his age, and myself, we in the 60s, what should we be saying? He's still making sacrifice today even at his death. I and Abba Kyari have come a long way. And when he approached me in 2002 regarding the intention of Buhari to become the president of the country, we worked together and began to plan and work together since then, after our first meetings in the 70s. He is a man that I know personally, and I know that he meant well for Buhari. He was a man that never sought to be seen, never sought favor or fare, but he was always there for the people. I want to say my tributes to Abba Kyari, a man I've known for long. Well, when I don't hear him, Abba Kyari has spoken. What's his name now? Adams Oshiomhole, my people have spoken regarding Abba Kyari, how they met, all that has been going on, and you know what has been happening. Finally, Oshiomhole has spoken. You heard the news. He said they met way back when he was a textile worker in Zamfara, and Abba Kyari was part of the management. As a management staff, he stood for the people. He was always clamoring for their interest and was the only voice speaking for them at the management level. It was the voice that was always speaking for them and did not, one of the things he said, the person of Oshiomhole recalled that happened was when the textile workers were saying that they cannot be eating from in a different canteen from the management staff. He said that Kyari was one of those people that fought for them to say, you know what, eating in different canteen kind of proved to the people that we are superior to them. Why should we not make this canteen a uniform one so that they can feel part of us and all that? So these were some of the things that Abba Kyari did for them. They worked together and they were good friends. He said he's a man of few words, that I can attest to, because all through as Buhari's aide, you will hardly hear Abba Kyari fighting for himself or saying something. Everything he does, to be very candid, let's be fair on that, was behind the scene. Every strategy and the plotting, everything was behind the scene. You won't see him come out to tell you that this is A or this is B. Not Abba Kyari, not him at all. Abba Kyari was always there in the background. You will never know he's there. He's the one that will spark up things and just be quiet. He's the brain box, if you permit me to say. He's the brain box behind things, but yet you will never see him or hear from him, but he's the very one that makes things run. That's the kind of person Abba Kyari was. So Oshiomhole said they are coming together, dated back to a long time when both of them were working together. Don't forget that Abba Kyari is a man that was well read, to be very candid. He's a well read man, Abba Kyari, yeah. So that's why I give that to him. He was well read, So he's a strategist. He might be quiet, but he knows exactly what he's doing. And don't take him for a fool, to be very honest. Don't take him for a fool. Don't take him for a fool. Don't, please don't. That's one thing. Give that to him. So he will just be there pretending like he's not doing anything, but actually he's the brain. I don't know if you have friends like that. You think they are not controlling you, but they're actually telling you what to do. They will just be there behaving as if they are not seeing you, as if they'll be telling you what to do, instigate. And when you come, they go chop. They say that they chop, clean out. Now those kind of people they be. They go chop, they go clean out. You said with the one that say, who just talk these words just now? You deceive yourself. My people, that's the kind of person Abba Kyari, one of the kind of people Abba Kyari was. So Oshiomhole said they had history together. This man was one of those people that approached him way back in 2002 when he was even still the Labour chairman and said, Guy, they say people they get the people's vote and people they like you. And they look and say, if we run governments together. I tell you, Nigerians, youth, we have to start strategizing. Buhari only became the president in 2015, but this is first-hand information from the person of the national chairman. I'm talking about the person of Adams Oshiomhole, that Abba Kyari has approached him since 2002, when even Obasanjo was still the president. And you just say that you say things just they happen. There are things behind the scene, my people. Anyway, just to say, now so the matter be, I better not forget to thumbs up for us, like and share, subscribe if you never subscribe, so that way you can get all our latest news. We're here to keep you up to date with all that is going on in Nigeria and around the world. You have a voice, please use it. Don't allow anyone intimidate you or make you feel you don't have a voice. We appreciate you being there. You're coming here, make it wonderful for us to continue what we do. I better not forget to thumbs up for us and to like and share. We really appreciate you. We're using this time to campaign. So make people they kind to one another. People love one another. May we look out for our neighbors. Give them food if they not get. I beg. Now time to say my neighbor can't chop. Make we not eat alone. So people are really hungry at this time. Anyway, thanks and God bless. Have a good day. Bye for now.